We're live. Hey there, welcome back, guys. It's great. Happy weekend to you guys. It's Saturday night, and we're live. We're gonna answer some Q&A. That's what we do over weekend. So sometimes when we have questions and comments or ideas for other videos in the comments section on any particular video, we answer them live. So without any further ado, let's get started. Oh, actually, need to make sure it's, even though it says we're live, you've been down that road before, you know where it goes. You know when they say, hey, you're live, and then you're like, what? And then there's no feed in your live stream, and shit just goes bonkers. That's the beauty of YouTube. But YouTube is great. At least we don't need that. But looks like we are live. There's an ad, so I gotta wait for the ad to finish, and I'll just skip it. And yeah, now I just need to make sure I got audio. Nice. Great. So now I can close the chat window. I had an amazing meetup today. I went to the Colgate Clock in Jersey City, which was great with the meetup really early. Don't worry, we'll have that fancy intro for you guys next time. Just working on trying to find some good music to do it, because the last time we did holiday rocking, but holidays are over, so don't worry. Next Saturday we'll have a really cool intro. You know, same video of flying and transitioning into the seasons, but with a different soundtrack that's just right for you. So don't touch that dial. Actually, we can get rid of this, and I'll show you guys where we went today. Really nice. I highly recommend, wherever you are, country, state, wherever, join a meetup. And you know, usually the meetup groups have their shit together, and they do all the homework for you, and they organize these flights where you can go on and just bring your drone. You just bring you, and of course your app, AirAware, because everyone's responsible for pinging the notification. Make sure there are no TFRs, no bans. So let's see what we have here. Today we went, see, it says we're in the live stream. 2 current viewers. One is probably me, and the other might be Midnight Off-Road Runner. Also, this is where we went. Check it out. And oh yeah, oh, Market Bay. Hey, yo, yeah, Market Bay. Oh wow, so cool. All right, cool. Hey, so I was just sharing people where I went today. See the Colgate Clock, but it looks better. I have to fix it in Photoshop. With the light there, it was so cold today. It was freezing that I couldn't figure out. My brain had like brain freeze. I couldn't figure out the whatchamacallit, settings for the camera. So this is the clock. I'm gonna edit it in Illustrator, in whatchamacallit, Final Cut. But if we wait and watch, right, you'll see as I turn, pan the other way. Actually, let me just scrub through it. You'll see New York City, sort of. This, because we got there early, where the sun was coming up, and then I changed the settings so that you can see Manhattan. I got a couple of these just panning in from left to right, which is really cool. But there's a little spot. See, this is really cool. That's the Manhattan skyline. I was hoping to go to Jersey City, but they didn't get back to me. Not the meetup group, but the, just checking in with dispatch. If they don't get back to you, just cut your losses and find someplace else to fly. There's tons of places. As you can see, this was a destination drive. But that's really cool, isn't that, Manhattan? But we went to, and you just check, like, let's say, for example, we go to Chrome, New, and Chrome. New tab, and then you click on what is the name of the application? Airloft, right? And then you type in Colgate Clock. Colgate Clock. Oh, are you kidding me? Huh. That's weird. I typed it in. Maybe then we just type in Jersey City if it's not coming up. All right, so there we go, Jersey City, and then we'll just zoom in, and then somewhere, see, Colgate Center right there. So as you can see, if you're in the Hudson River, it's restricted airspace. There's a little bit of a tiny spot where you can go in the water, but we stay out of it, you know, just to be on the safe side. But it's Class G airspace, which means you're good to go. G for good. So if someone calls, you know, you're fine. As you can see here, you can't go, you know, in any of the other places, but you're fine. And there's a heliport nearby, so you don't want to go really high. You are allowed to fly 400 feet in Class G airspace above in the structure. Let's say if there's a whole tall building, you can do that, but not really my thing. I'm not into flying near close to buildings. But you can. I've flown here before in Jersey. I'm not Jersey, Hoboken, but this is Jersey City. So you see, there's the clock. So no restrictions. Really neat. But there is a TFR, as you can see, close to the airport. They like basically looks like blip 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 blip. No fly anywhere. So basically, when you fly someplace like that, you're just going up and down like that. That's your experience. Maybe a little bit that way, a little bit this way, but as long as what you're going there for and you're able to capture the cinematic footage for the object of desire, which was your favorite toothpaste, Colgate, you know, like that iconic clock, historic landmark, and then it's just a matter of editing it, then you're fine, you know. But if it was just to get New York City skyline, looks good, but you could probably go there with the camera too on a tripod. But it'll just require some editing. And there's northern Manhattan from there, which you can get with Zoom. And I didn't realize that, so I'll have a new. Oh, let's see, Mark Bay. Good to see you, man. What you 3D printing next? I'm 3D printing it's the live stream. We're printing this little guy here. We're gonna paint him and print him live. Really cool. And 10 millimeter, really neat. And so that'll be on the next. I'll have a couple of prints in the work for you guys. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that hurt. Anyway, so now I'm just gonna take an antenna off before I go into the live Q&A. I love to see. So that's that. We're gonna print that. That's about a 2-3 hour print, and then I'm going to print some other fidgets back to back on that the following week. I'm just not sure which one yet. I have it in my to-do list. I'll share with you guys. But here, let's get started. There was a question that someone had asked about how to remove an antenna, and I want to see if we can duplicate that experience again, and then we'll go into the Q&A. So we have our telescope. I'm going to share with you exactly what I did to the microchip on the flight controller, if that makes any sense. What about you? What are you painting, Marker Bay? Nice, nice. Will you stream the prints? Yes. So moving forward, any and all 3D prints will be streamed. So even if I'm printing it for testing it, because a lot of times, well, that one I didn't do live because sometimes you don't know. Like I wasn't sure if it would need supports or not. And so what I'll usually do is print the print first and see if it works. This way you guys don't wind up glitching out like we did on the live stream last night, where I had to do it again. It wasn't me. It was some issues with the Wi-Fi, but I managed to finagle it and work around it, so that, you know, works out good in that sense. But maybe this one's a really nice one. This one's one of my favorites. I like it. There's so many great prints. Wally could be a series though, not now, but Wally takes a while to print. Wally is multiple prints on top of prints and different anyway, knowing that, moving forward, here's the chip. So I applied some aluminum tape so that the heat isn't concentrated in one particular area, and then we start melting parts. But I'll show you here what we got. Let's see, let's go to our camera, and this will take like 5-10 minutes, hopefully, right? As long as my soldering iron doesn't bug out on me. Hold on a second. I'll go here. And this happens sometimes. It only happened to me once where I had to remove the antenna. Let's see, select, which was a bummer. All right, so as you can see here, we'll make sure oh, you can't see here. Go here. We'll just get this out of the way so it's not a distraction. Have to leave that open, the live stream window. When you schedule streams, you have to do it like that. Wait, market base. Oh, yeah, market. It's like I saw a double. Hold on 1 second. All right, so as you can see, foil tape is applied to most of the parts so that we can see, and don't apply too much heat in areas that don't need it, right? As you can see, the antenna is there. That's this thing right here, right? And we need that. And Ricardo needs that too. One of our viewers / subscribers broke his antenna, so I haven't gotten back to him yet. But we have the aluminum tape on the back side too, because there is, I believe, a oh wow, that's a clearer picture. So we put aluminum tape on the back to here, because there's some components there that we don't want to apply too much heat to. But if you look closely, this part right there, that's where, hold on, that's where the antenna is. So we'll have to apply heat there, and then we'll have to apply heat on the, because it's you have solder on both sides. That's the bummer. But if we can remove it, which I have done on a couple other drones. See, we applied the aluminum tape anywhere heat can be applied, and you want to make sure certain areas don't have continuity either, and there's only continuity on 2 connections, where it doesn't look like there is, but there is. Well, it doesn't look like there isn't, but there is. So knowing that, and moving forward, so I'll show you the guys before and after, but let's see what we have here. Okay, now I need to close this one. I don't need that one. Just gonna shrink it. The P1S is the best. P1S. Oh yeah, I know. It's my dream to have one of those printers. I bought a Wi-Fi camera and printed a mount for it, so I don't have to use my action cam, which overheats. I know, I hate the action cam that overheats. After, yeah, it sounds about right. I hate that. Like, you know, like they didn't really put a lot of thought into these action cameras, thinking that people would be using them for like what I'm doing, right? But one trick I found to this action camera here, if you have it charged to 100% and then you put it into webcam mode, like it is right now because we're streaming, then it won't die. Then it lasts, as you've seen, hours, good many hours. But if it's at like 50%, 40%, and you plug it in and you start streaming, you've seen what happens. It's a freaking nightmare. So first we want to just apply a little bit of flux, right? Just a little, not a lot. If your flux looks like this, don't worry. Maybe just put it in the microwave and recook it. I have other flux laying around somewhere. I think it's down there. Haven't gotten to it yet, but you're going to need some flux so that you can it just helps melt the solder, you know. So the flux does and solder does. Solder helps melt solder and flux helps to melt the solder. And the problem here is that, well, you know, it's that just trying to get the magic to happen. Putting the solder in the flux exactly where it's needed. I thought I had somewhere here. This thing. It's been through the war and back. Now, almost ready. In this case, you could either use clay or helping hands. In this case, I'm just going to use the helping hands because sometimes things can get a little bit tricky. And we don't need the magnifying glass as of yet because we'll use this helping hands so that you guys can see. Let's see, we'll put the chip in the middle. So we just need to get 2 sides so we can hold, because we're going to apply heat and then because we need, oh well, maybe the other antenna so that you guys can see. So we're gonna put this one here. As you can see, I already put, oh wow, what's that? Oh, just couldn't see. So we should be able to do it with the soldering iron. If not, we can use the heat gun. Most likely we could use the heat gun at first. Not heat gun, the soldering iron at first, but I gotta let it heat up. Don't worry, I'll show you guys. So we already applied the foil tape around it. Did you fly your new Neo? No, the Neo's out. Here's my new Neo while that thing heats up. No, but I went flying with Ken yesterday. Today, yesterday. Here's the Neo, still in the box, still sealed, still has that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. You know, if you've been following me, I've had a drone on the corner over there, the Get RC Synolog 35. I think it was on the floor for about a year and a half. I just didn't like it, and then I sold it, and some guy came and bought it. So I'm pretty sure someone will come and buy this. Except I'm thinking of maybe if I sell it, maybe buy another 3D printer, right? But first, I want to do what Liam did. He's selling stuff on eBay. So if I could sell a collection of all this shit here on eBay or on Etsy, then I'm gonna sell that and get another printer, and then I'll have like a little chop shop thing going here. Yeah, the Neo, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable flying it. Like I can fly manual mode. The video I just threw out with the Avata 2, with doing the Horizon Steady, but at least with that drone, it'll glitch out, but it's not gonna fly away like the Neo. And a lot of people have the Neo flying away, like literally, and I don't want to have that. It's a scary feeling. And then I have a spotter, but the spotter is only as good as as pointing out where the drone crashed, right? You have a flyaway, it's gonna keep going. And my biggest fear is like the drone flying away and hitting someone. That's why I don't, I'm not crazy about it. Because if you've watched my videos, I've had a couple of flyaways, and thankfully, I don't know what caused it to continue crashing down, because none of the controllers worked when it came to getting it to disarm. So yeah, and so I just gotta wait for the next clearance sale on the printers, and maybe I'll do that, because well, I know even though you have the A1, the Ender series are pretty good. Lou, imagine if the Mavic 3 flew. Yeah, that would be freaking scary. If the Mavic 3 was having flyaways, I'd probably sell mine, because I don't need that liability. That thing weighs like freaking 5 pounds, or I don't even know how much it weighs, but enough to do some serious damage, like put someone in a hospital, or have somebody sue you for damages, So yeah, no, I would do that too. Thankfully, you don't have any Mavic flyaways, but I always keep, you see why I don't fly crazy, distances. So if I can't see the drone, then it's coming back. Sometimes that disconnect between the receiver and you can lead to a flyaway, or sometimes the drone just has a mind of its own. But yeah, I can't imagine that. Lou, yeah, nah. That would freak me out. I'd be shitting my pants if that happened. So I apply. Oh wow, nice. I was like, so the heat shrink tape worked really well. Now I just gotta melt the solder away. Not heat shrink tape. Sorry, aluminum tape. So this is the tricky part. Just sometimes it takes more solder to melt the solder, and have your little clicker pen thing ready to go, so that when you apply more solder, it melts, right? And of course it will stick, but you can take it and press that button. Now I see why the fellow was having trouble with this, because the antenna not easy to remove. Sometimes take a little bit more. Thought I left some on the tip. The flux. Yeah. What did you have you flown, Mark Bay? Like what did you fly? Any flying this week aside from printing? It's really cool that you managed to print a 3D mount, because as you know, mine is jerry rigged with clay. I don't know if I showed you guys. I'll show you again when I got set up. A clay mount. Little clay. Nice. And this is where the tape comes in hand. The aluminum tape. Now this is the other tricky part. Yeah, I can see why these antennas don't want to. You know what? I believe we can apply the heat and pull it out. Only my Mini 4 Pro around the new. That's pretty good though. Mini 4 Pro, but a lot of people don't underestimate that thing. That thing has an amazing camera. People use it in real estate. Got it. See? Now we just clean it up. So the key is to apply heat at the tip and then clean it up. And then now the cleanup process begins. Which is all right. Yeah, I'll show you this guy that I follow on Instagram who uses the Mini 4 Pro, and he makes a shitload of money on real estate doing that as an add-on. And people are, even when I was once offered a job to film with a real estate company, and the guys prefer the Mini 4 opposed to like a Mavic, because a lot of times the spaces are tighter, the space is tight, and let's say the Mavic Pro wouldn't be an ideal camera. A Mini would be better because everything is zoomed in. As soon as like you saw that picture of the Colgate clock, that if that was someone's house, that's what you get. So I'd have to be far away to get a money shot, which isn't going to happen with the Mavic Pro unless you're far away. And when you're doing homes, the next house is like freaking right next door, so you can't. But I'll show you once I clean this up what it looks like on the Mavic. Well, not Mavic. Yeah, on the Mavic, basically. Yeah, like if I could, I'd probably get a Mini 4. But I can only fly so many drones. That's the other problem too. Can only fly so many drones. Now we're just gonna use a heat gun to get some of that excess off. Or what you could do, let's say you don't have a heat gun, right? You could just melt some more solder, but make sure you don't get solder in places that don't need it, that don't deserve it. Otherwise, you will ruin your flight controller board. Just gonna turn that on, let that heat up. See, that's the beauty of putting foil tape around everything too. Oops, the computer. Let's see. Make sure you have your little thingy ready. That's so. Yeah, let's see something. Yeah, I missed the mini drone too. I had some fun with it. You know, it was good. But like I was saying, you can only fly so many drones at a time. That's the other thing. Then we flip it over. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's a lot of solder back there. I'm just trying to clean it out. And the good thing is that we applied the foil tape, right, into areas of the unknown. Almost. That flux comes in handy. Almost. And sometimes if that doesn't work, if you have it around, little flux thingy. So what we do is we'll just cut a piece off this thing right here. Clean it up later. And then we just apply and let dry. Dun, 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 dun. Today I flew the Mavic 3 Pro, and I was going to do some FPV, but it was freezing. It was so cold that literally I couldn't feel my legs, and I had boots on, and I couldn't even feel my freaking boots. I couldn't feel anything. But people, it was a great meetup though. It was a good turnout. You know, they left a minimum. It was a minimum of about 8 people, which was a good turnout. And I got lucky because someone bailed out. That was the only reason why I was able to get in. And I got what you would say is lucky. Really lucky. Super lucky. And I got, you know, that picture, some video, but not anything extraordinaire, but was so happy. Because every year I just love going to the Colgate clock, because you never know what you're never gonna get the same thing every time you go there. A lot of time, you know, because one, weather, right, as you saw, 2, drone, because last time I was there with a different drone, and 3, people. Always different turnout, different peeps every time, you know. Wow, the solder just, this is where I wish I had a, it's gotta be careful. But the people were really nonchalant about it. They you know, they were like, oh, it's just a drone, and it was New Jersey too. You know, like no one was like freaked out. They're like, oh my god, it's a drone, it's crazy. No, they were like, you know, and then we would ask, you know, they like sometimes if you see an animal, we would wait before we take off, because some dogs get freaked out when there's a drone. You know, so you know you just have to be courteous. You just can't be like, oh, I'm gonna fly. It doesn't, you know, there's a lot of things that just come into it, which is really wild because we have another comment slash question to reply to, because someone was like, well, you'll see when I get to that comment. Maybe this thing is like shot, you know? Maybe. Not the flight controller, but the part I want to clean out. Just get it. Get that ready. Sweet, almost. Then I came home and I was like so tired because I left here at 5 o'clock. And I got lucky with the parking. What happens to all the New Jersey Joe sightings? All are gone. Quite over there. Yeah, they're gone. I think people finally realized that they were freaking airliners. Some, not all. I still have some people telling me that they saw a drone. And then they show me a picture of what they saw. And I don't want to steal their thunder. So, and literally it's a freaking 747. The drone experts. They even have drone experts. So the drone expert who's never even actually flown a fucking drone before on TV. Or do you have some drone experts? Some real, like Vic Moss, I think, is one of them. He's really good. The guy knows his stuff. I actually cut and paste a lot of his posts because they can be really resourceful if you have one of the groups. But some of the other stuff is like freaking ridiculous. The so-called experts. Now everybody's a drone expert. Really? Yeah, believe it or not. We'll use some flux. Let it melt. Yeah. 3D printing is fun though. Like, it's just great. It's a great way to, I don't know. It's challenging too sometimes though. I hate when you want to print something and then it won't print. And you have that, you've seen those videos. Those are the ones that, but I like the challenge. But I like love and hate. It's a love-hate relationship you have with your printer. You love it when it works, right? And then you hate it when it doesn't work. And then it just becomes a freaking nightmare. where you're like, no, please, it was working yesterday, and then you're like, damn it, damn you, printer. Voila, almost there. Almost, but not good enough. If I can just somehow finagle it. Then, let's try the heat gun. This one you gotta be really careful for. And you probably want to hold it away from the pots. And in the position that it's supposed to be held in. Otherwise... Almost. Just that one little hole. One little hole. Nothing is damaged, which is great. I just need that hole. Yeah, so that's what I think happened. But I think it's part of the DJI ban. I think that the whole conspiracy thing, like it was a perfect timing to have these drone launches, right? So that they can implement a DJI ban, right? I don't know, just my theory. Me, I'm not married to any particular brand. Like if there was a drone company in the US that actually made drones like DJI, I'd buy them, but there isn't one. So that's why people, fly DJI because it's reliable, right? Except for the Neo, but 698 is my temperature. It's weird. This happened the last time the soldering iron was shot. And I think people will just move on to the next thing. I'm not sure what the next thing is though. What's next after these drone sightings, right? Like But it did a lot of damage. Literally, I think it did so much damage that it's going to take a while to recover from it, to the point where you could walk up to someone and be like, hey, maybe you want the drone package. Nope, not happening. You know, like, that's how much damage. And plus, the real estate market, there isn't a lot of inventory anyway. So when a house goes for sale, especially in my neighborhood, it's usually on the market for maybe a week or two, and then they have these bidding wars. So yeah, I think, you know, and no one, you don't need pictures. That's how crazy things are right now. You don't really need pictures. You just need to have a good bid, and then looks like the tip needs to be turned. See, we lost our tip again. Not really. It's just a matter of soldering it. Da, 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 da. Sometimes more solder melts more solder, but in this case the tip wasn't tinning, so I had to make the magic happen. Might need another one of these, possibly. That's the only thing I can think of. But we're going to be building another game next week, which is really cool. That should be exciting. If you guys, it's going to be the retro game. It'll be live. So that would be really cool for those of you. And there's going to be a raffle for it too. So anyone who leaves the comments, and if you're abroad, meaning overseas, we will have, you'll just be given a gift card from Amazon. And then but if you're in the US and you win, we'll ship it to you. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask Liam about his eBay, because how the hell, I guess he's shipping local, right? Because it cost me $25 to send the plaque, or maybe more. I forget what it cost to send the plaque, but it was crazy. Like, I can't imagine what it would cost to ship the fidgets if he's doing international, right? I don't know if he's doing international though. It could be local. Local. It's the only thing I can think of. Because that is insane. It's great though that he's selling stuff. That's so cool. It inspired me. I'm like, oh, let me see what I can sell. I'm always selling stuff, but never any of my 3D prints. I think I'll just leave it like that. And then when you want to put the new antenna in, you'll just I'll open up a new one of these. This is the old one though. Let's open up a new one and see if it gives us the similar experience. Wow, it's so nice having a new one. There we are. Huh? That's weird. There we are. You gotta be kidding me. There we are. My key was a. Still can't believe they haven't released a new. I know. I was following the forum online, and people were sharing their crash experience flyaways, and I posted my thing on there, and I was shocked that it's still happening. Like, how could they ignore that? That would that would oh wow, it's more powerful. That would push for a ban. A company not fixing the drones, causing a lot of flyaways and accidents, like a recall, right? That's weird that they're not on it, or maybe they're fixing it. I doubt they're fixing it. They're probably putting all their time and energy into the Mavic 4, Mavic 4 Pro, Mavic 4 something. It's the only thing I can think of. A little bit of a bummer, if you ask me. You would think that they would be on it, but they're not. And even Mads Tech, if you follow him, he gave them an open letter or something. He told them about the disconnect that was happening with the goggles on another drone, and nothing happened. Which is really weird. Bingo. It's like a pain in the butt. But no damage to the board, and I'll show you. Which was why there was aluminum tape applied to avoid that from happening. I just need a little hole. This is where a solder pen, a solder iron that you plug in would come in handy. But looks like it's working, so. Oh man, but this time my finger will work. Oh, it didn't work before. Yeah, I know. That's why I think I'm gonna sell it and then buy either another printer, something that I could use, because it's just sitting there. And apparently with the DJI ban, might be a shortage, right? So, with a shortage of inventory, and the DJI store in New Jersey closed. I was shocked. I feel bad for the guy. Say goodbye to him, but he might be back. I'm thinking he's leasing the property month to month, maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I wonder if the antenna can go back in, right? When the heat's applied to the hole, instead of spending so much time trying to clear up the hole, and then just stick it right in. Make sure of that. Bingo. To some extent. This must be some really cheap solder work, because it doesn't work the way they show it to work on the videos. Literally, like, I should just be able to apply and let dry. Nah. Well, the good thing is that we got no damage to anything. Which is great. And that's what you want, you know, for your stuff. Some more goopy stuff. Finger. And then some flux. Old one, which is garbage, and the new one, which is ta-da. See, the problem is the solder keeps going in one hole, out the hole, in one hole, out the hole. It's like a game of fucking guacamole. And ideally, you know what? Ideally, if we had the heat coming from the other end, we'll get it. And leave that there. Keep this as far away from you as possible. Apply some more flux. And if we can get it hot enough, we can clean out the hole. This is a lot of type. It's tricky. Watch your stuff. And then got it. Almost. Whoa. Make sure that tape stays on so that none of the parts or components get ruined. And if you have to put more tape on, you gotta put more tape on, you know, because you don't want to ruin anything, you know? Nothing gets ruined. Because this thing cost about $45, you know, for a new one. So you just want to make sure that nothing gets ruined. And then probably gonna need another piece of foil tape. That's okay. I can do this another time. We can go to our live Q&A. Anyway, I'll show you the board though. Nothing got ruined. It's great. I'm just trying to clean out the hole because you want to be able to push the antenna back in, you know, but it's going to take some time to put more foil tape on it. That's why I did the foil tape before the show. Here, I'll show you. So we'll put this on the floor. Save that for another time. And here it is. Well, here's the antenna, which is perfect, but you can't put it in the hole because this whole hole is clogged with solder. All right, so anyway, on that note, let's see what we got here. And we'll just go to our live Q&A. But nothing got ruined, which was great. That's why you take your time on this stuff. You know? Hold on one second. Make this bigger. And then I will switch screens. Oops. But as you can see, I'm done. See, everything's good. Nothing's ruined. Because I have a really fine tip. But the only problem, see all that here, I'll show you. All this here is foil tape, so nothing gets ruined. And then on the other side, nothing gets ruined. The piece fell off, but that's okay. And that's why I'm done, because I'm not gonna see nothing's ruined. But unfortunately, there's the hole. See? Can't right there. Right over there. Where is it? Right there. That's the hole. Because you got solder in, solder out. See, and all the components are still intact, which is why you got to do it slow. But I'm like, fuck, you know, the antenna's a pain. No, the antenna is easy to get out. It's the other part. That's why I'm wondering if I could like somehow hold it and push it through, but it won't let you because the hole's not that big. Maybe we can try that, and then we'll go to our live Q&A. Okay, I'll do it one more shot. Let's see. Because now if you want to put the antenna in, you really can't, you know? But maybe, oh, yeah, maybe that'd do that. Push it through in the hole. That's not a bad idea. Nice. Okay, we'll try that. And then I'll show you under the microscope. I mean, that's all I had to do? Yep. Except for this here. Yeah, it was a bad, that whole drone thing was really bad. And it's still bad too, because people, I think it's happening in other parts of the country, you know? And no one cared before, like, oh, it's just a drone. Now, even I post in my town for a Facebook group, and then I posted a picture of the drone that I took of the Nabisco factory, and someone was like really sarcastic about one of the comments. I was like, whatever, you know. But these are not the drones you're looking for, if that makes any sense, you know. So looks like I may have finagled it and figured it out, except this one. Oh, that's the old one. Let's just get rid of it. This one's all right, but we'll see if we can push it through and then suck it out. Interesting. That didn't take too long. Got it. So that's how you do it. That's how you remove the antenna. We figured, I did it before, but didn't take that long. So you have a really fine point, and now you can put the antenna in and out. So now we know what to do. It'll take much it'll be that much faster when the next time we do it. So after you get all the solder from one side another, and as soon as it's flat, that's when you take your fine point from your soldering iron and do what I just did here. If you saw that, you know, from both sides. All right, knowing that. But wait, there's more. Just pay separate processing. Just pay separate processing for shipping. I know, right? It's crazy. Yeah, so I'll show you what it looks like now. And that's how you keep it intact. Just too bad it took that long, but that's how. But most people don't have. That's the other issue too. A lot of people don't have that this particular tip, the fine point tip. So I could see how the guy is ruining his board. But wait, hold on. Let me see. Hold on a second. Click on stream. 1 hour. Wow. So I would say 1 hour into the stream. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So that's how you do it. Oh, so if it took an hour, maybe we should be able to do another one really fast, but not right now. So on that note, I will show you. Let me just choose a camera, quick cam, right here. Okay, and then if we go here, make it bigger so that you guys can see. Foil tape goes all around. See the hole? See right there, and solder goes above it too. So that little area, in case you're wondering, which means that there's continuity between here and there when it goes on. Oh, you can't see. Where's the? Oh, right there. See the hole? Voila. You want to make sure you don't have anything stringing around either. And there it is. Let's see what we got. Hold on. And that's the hole. And on the other side, nothing's damaged. See that button? That's the reset button. You can't mess that up. But see the hole? I was able to push it through. And now, if you want to, I'll show you the antenna. When you transfer it or put a new one on, like sometimes these things break. I've seen some videos. I don't know how. Well, for me, it happened to me once too, actually. With a little bit of heat, right? You'll be able to push the antenna back in. And if you can't, just use a little pin. And once you get your pin in, you'll be all right. And now the antenna can go in. And I'll show you under the microscope. See? Watch. And you want it to go in, and that's how you would solder it from both sides. Where's my, see, right there. Hold on, I can't see. See? The antenna went in the hole, which is what you want. And then you take your, where is it? Tweezers. Right here. See, it's you want. Otherwise, it's going to be hard finagling it in. But if you look, I can take my tweezer, pull it out, and then if I can find the hole, put it in, and voila. And then you solder it. See that? But let's see if we really got what it takes, right? Because I have another flight controller here, one that I blew up back in the day. I believe it's the same thing. But this one will require, we'll save this one for after the show. I'll be like, okay, the show's over. And then I'll try this one. Okay? So I'm going to plug out the soldering iron. Actually, what's that? Oh, some solder. Put a little flux on it. And tin it. Because we don't want to ruin it. And at the end of this show, we will, because we got a lot of not that many, but few. 1 hour in. And it may have taken me an hour, right? But the next time it'll be shorter. But take as long as you need, because at the end you're not going to ruin your microchip, right? You're like, what the fuck's taking that guy so long? You know, I took my time and I did it right, and nothing got ruined, which means once I put that soldering, it will be a breeze. Well, sort of. It's that freaking 700 and nothing's happening. And not even with flux. It's so weird. I hate when that happens. When the tip goes defunct. We'll let it cool off and tin it again. You know? That's all. That's all we can do. Nice. There we go. We want it to be all the way around. And then when it cools off, before I start soldering again, I'll tin it. Because it should have been tin already. But okay, knowing that and moving forward, let's get some questions answered. Bummer though. It's a newer tip too. Alright. Put this back over here. Now let's get some Q&A. A and Q. We'll get back to that. We'll do this one next. And I'll put some, I know I have it somewhere. Ah, the foil tape is here. So next weekend I'll make sure everything's ready. See, there we go. We'll quit this. All right, let's see what we got. And because imagine if that was someone's flight controller, right? That's why I'd say bring it, drop it off and come back next week, because you know a lot of people are impatient and don't understand why something would take so long, and then you know you're working under pressure. I mean, well, you know, for them it'll be instantaneous when they get it back, and as you see, the chip is still in its original condition because we put foil tape around everything, so that you know nothing gets fucked up. All right, so knowing that and moving forward, let's go to some Q&A. Let's see what we got this week. What is Market Bay? New tab, YouTube Studio. We're live streaming, and here, go to channel, and go here. Oh, nice, the other one uploaded. Okay. This screams, please tread on me. Oh, because that was the video of me calling dispatch to make sure it was okay to fly the drone. This was during the drone fiasco in New Jersey, where everyone was paranoid and there was a drone in the sky, you know, and then the TFRs went into effect, and some towns were banning drones. So you know, it was just a lot of, and a lot of my friends or even folks on the Facebook forums were afraid to fly, you know. And so, you know, I was helping people to encourage them to fly. Don't be afraid, because one, towns can't enforce laws that don't exist, and two, as long as there's no TFR ban or restrictions in the area you're flying, fly, have fun, you know. But just give a heads up, let people know. If people see you, you know, just say, hey, I'm going to be flying a drone, like I did in the video. And sometimes you know, you might get someone friendly like the gentleman I was talking with, or sometimes it can be a nightmare, you know. And that's another reason why you want to call dispatch too, for your safety, because sometimes there are experiences where someone will show up with a gun, or someone will show up with a bat, you know, like because you got a drone. So yeah, so it's just protecting yourself and just knowing before you go. A lot of people think like, oh, I got a drone, I'm just gonna fly it. if you fly in an area that requires you to have a permit, you could get arrested or you could get fined for breaking a town ordinance. So that's why you want to make sure. So yes, if you read the comment right there, it says, this says, please tread on me. No, when you go for your Part 107, they teach you about what I'm giving these people for free. So you're getting free information, a free lecture / lesson that's actually covered in the Part 107 guide, so you can get your license to fly, you know. But a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just fly your drone, I'm just gonna fly. So anyway, that's that question. Like the calibrate now stays gray, that I'm not sure about. I would say that tricky. You may need to contact DJI. If you look at that video, Avata crash, I crashed my Avata in the water. But one thing with the Avata, even the Avata 1 or Avata 2, when you're flying over water, the sensors go bonkers because of the reflection of the light. It doesn't know how high it is off the ground. So that's a little bit tricky. And I told him to do the hard reset to try and remove the error, which meant reflashing the firmware. But even on the Avata 1, the calibration tool and the DJI assistance for consumer drones is not optimal. And you don't even have to crash your drone and get it wet in the water for it to be locked in and jammed into the sensor thingy popping up. If you fly over water with the Avata 1, because that was my experience with it, and that's why I sent it back to DJI. If you fly over water enough times with the Avata 1, even with the latest firmware update, shit's still happening years later, where it gets stuck and jammed into the sensor error issue. So, like if you just do it over your bathtub enough times without getting it wet, or even over a lake or a stream, you're gonna get that on certain models with the Avata 1. And sometimes the Avata 2, but that's why they say don't fly over water, because for some reason it jams, and then this guy has it locked in there. And so when this happened to me, I sent it back to DJI. Not when I crashed into the water, but when the sensors went bonkers. And then I gave them this video to DJI when I crashed, because you know, you have to give them some sort of proof, or if no proof, then you know, they ask for your flight logs. But yeah, so knowing that moving forward, DJI and do a support ticket, or so wait, what happened after the hard reset? Yeah, so that's interesting that it's still stuck. But I don't know if he crashed in the water or not. Hopefully he's watching, or he's probably having sleepless nights, because usually when your drone goes defunct, you can't sleep and you stay up, like, you know, persistent as I was with that chip. You're like trying to fix your drone in other ways. Hard to reset. Did you do the factory reset? Factory. See, instead of factory. Factory reset. See. Comment. Alright, so then we have here, so we tried to help them. And that's how I did it. You know, I did the factory reset, and then, you know, I just was a glutton for punishment, and I went back again. And then every time I went back, and I didn't even crash, the sensor thing kept locking in and getting stuck. And then eventually a bird, if you watch that video, flew into the drone. He was like, you know what, you don't deserve this drone. And the bird flew right into it and knocked it into the water. That's Avata crash, if you want to see that one. I was like, damn it. How to by Lou. Oh, Liam. Oh yeah, Lou. Yeah, unfortunately, but at least the ones you'll be able to fly that have already come out, you'll be able to fly. There are loads of new drones. They have been made for, yeah, there's apparently Liam's been doing some research on the law, and looks like the ban's gonna happen. Or like, you know, there's some sort of, I don't know, we don't know what's gonna happen, but I just hope it doesn't. But thankfully, I think I could stop at the Mavic 3, right? I'm happy. I'm pretty content with it. I don't need to have the next one. And as you can see, we're already doing the content redirect in the right direction, so that when the ban does happen, we don't have to have the latest and greatest drone. We can just continue where we left off with the 3D prints, the solder builds, and things like that. But it just sucks. It's a bummer that it came to this. Why? I don't know. Does it work with DJI Goggles 3? Liftoff. Did it launch that yet? No, I think next week there's a series with the FPV drone simulators. Does it work with DJI Goggles 3? The remote does, but the simulators don't. Okay, that answers that one. How do you get the OSD to show on the goggles? So I gave him a troubleshooting video, and I also referred him to the Mobila 8 series, so I went over a lot of the troubleshooting stuff that I covered, and hopefully that helps them. Hello, I have a Nintendo Switch 2 on lock with parental. I don't have any code or email. Can you help me to give him for a birthday? Yeah, really? How do you have a YouTube account and not have an email address? Yeah, I can help you, but obviously he doesn't have an email, but he has a YouTube account. Literally, you can't log into a YouTube account without having a Gmail account. So obviously, we've been trolled. All right, let's see what we have here. Let me just get rid of that screen here. Okay, next one. Cinematic. Did all these steps and my flight controller still won't connect to Betaflight. It shows and says serial port open, then serial node close. My Pablo Pico flies still, but I can't get into Betaflight. Try a different version of Betaflight too. Hold on one second. There's a web version of Betaflight. I had some luck with it. Also, try this too. Hopefully. Sometimes you never see from these folks again once they solve their problem, which is fine. Like, oh my god, it works, and then they're like, oh, I don't need to go back. This is great and all, but using Python script to do this is pretty silly. It would be quite simple to do one without this modification and one with yeah, it's not for everyone, but it works, right? If you can pause your print using a Python script, which was what I showed in the video, then great, you know. But apparently there is an even better way. This would have been a useful bit of information most viewers who I could simply add this to their Purser custom G code. Additionally, yeah, but this is not for Purser. This is for the Ender 3 series. So apparently, with different printers, you can edit G code. And as you can see, if people below the comment above are saying thank you, move on. Anyway, next question. Is it work with DJI FPV controller too? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And there's a new video coming out next week. Yes, it does. And there is a new video coming out next week. Let me see. Was it next week? Oh, let's double check. All right. Let's see. View your channel. Oh, we're at the channel. YouTube Studio, and then go to content. Oh wow, 3,208 subscribers. Oh my god. And that means I have to do a 3,000 milestone video. Everyone does. It's like your rite of passage. So you'll see that coming out next week too. That video gets launched one today, one on the 8th. Huh. Oh, it's already public. Oh my god, it already launched. Oh wow. Okay. So I guess 2 videos went out today? Nah. So let's reschedule that one. Go to unlisted. Save. We don't need to launch 2 videos at a time. And then I'll push that one for next week. And then this one is the new one. because there are going to be a lot of people after Christmas wanting to learn how to fly, manual mode, and this and that. And well, how do you do that? Let's see. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Wow, it's already public. Interesting. Okay. So then now we'll close that. Good thing I checked. Otherwise, then we'll go back here. And then back to YouTube. How to by Lou. Actually, so we made a mistake. Oh wow, they're on the OT Otala. And then, is there a similar I can use with my goggles? Maybe maybe the DJI virtual flight, but on the Google phone. From what I've seen, actually, the video was launched tonight. That one I can't post on Facebook, unfortunately. So that one will have to do well on its own, because on Facebook, if we go to Facebook, actually let's go to new ones so we don't lose track of the chats. Some groups will let you post your stuff, and some groups won't. Like, let's say, oh, let's see what someone said, commented in the area about to mention me. I will be posting tutorials soon, so would appreciate a follow on Insta. Yeah, I followed. I never asked anyone to follow me like that so aggressively. Like, I would appreciate not if we follow, great. If not, you know, whatever. Anyway, but so what I want to show you is if we go here. No. See, your post was removed from DJI Avata 2 by an admin. So some, like that video, I posted it on 5 Facebook groups, and out of the 5, 1 didn't let me post. And what did they say? See details. Sharing URL link has been disabled to reduce the see, and I'm not losing sleep over it. I could care less. But so you just got to find a group that will let you post. And this, I found many groups, so I just, but I don't aggressively post. 4 is good enough, and out of the 5, only 4 got approved, and 1 didn't like the fact that I had URL links. But I don't make any money on the URL links. URL links are to help you guys so that you can find the drone. Let's see if I make any money on my URL links. Let's see. DJI devices, associate link. See, I have an associate link. $0. I don't get any money because I'm not an approved DJI affiliate because of what I do on my channel. So the only way to make money on the affiliate links, like these links that they give you access to, is to be a content creator that's honored by them. I'm not honored by them because I show you this shit, what happens to your stuff when it don't work, right? And they don't like that. So that's the only way you make. And the reason why I choose these links is, look, if I click get link, look how short that is compared to like the long link you get for the shit. So I like them because they're short, but I don't make any money on that. But as you saw, my post got denied because it's considered spam. Anyway, on that note, moving forward, let's try the next question, please. All right, here we go. Because sometimes people like your video and then they're like, oh wow, I want that too, and then you just leave the link in there so you don't have to go back and answer the question, or even repost so that they can find it. It saves you time. All right, next one. Let's see what we got. Oh, we did that already. Nintendo Switch. We answered them. Something about the Python script. It works with DJI FPV controller too. Yes, it does. Did we answer them? Yes, we did. And I believe. Hey, quick question. Did you change the settings for the Neo speed? I have the same setup, but the top speed for me on sport mode is 8 miles per hour. And then I showed him a link to the video, I believe, on how to change the speed. So hopefully they follow. Yep, I sent them a link. So hopefully they follow the link, and then usually you don't hear from them again, which is fine. It's not a dive at all. It's just a descent. Yeah, it is. Remember that video, the dive video? And let's see what we got here. Nothing. It does not help when you're stuck on connection guide in a loop. Yeah, so I told him to reflash the firmware. If you're stuck on a connection guide, reflash it. And sometimes it's not working for everyone. It's a little bit of a bummer, you know. Not everyone has the same experience. And apparently, his or hers goggles are stuck in Chinese, so they're stuck on a loop. Bummer. So it's like Groundhog Day every day again. This is by far the best Neo FPV video. Very clear and precise. Wow, thanks a bunch. Appreciate that. Because, you know, we don't always, not everything is a thank you. Some are saying this is a waste of time. Some are like, hey, this is great. Hey, it's not working. And we try to figure out. But as you can see, thanks. Thanks. Whoops. Thanks. Glad this helped. Whoops, I don't want to do caps locked. Thanks. Glad this helped. Hope this makes your lights better. Okay. Reply. Go back. Unable to slice with the current settings. The following settings have error. Wall transition length. That's a fail. Yeah, that's hard. So I referred him to the forum, the Creality forum. So if you're having issue with your slicing application, the folks at the Creality forum will help you. But it looks like it wasn't helping because it's basically it's a really simple application. You should be able to open your stuff, slice it, make a couple of changes to your settings. Like here, I want to slice something, which I'll do on Tuesday or Monday, I forget which day. And then what we'll do is open recent socket buddy, which is what we're gonna do. And let's say if I wanted to change some of the settings and print them in low standard, right? Which I'm not gonna do because I'm probably gonna see if I could sell it. Slice it, and that's it. Now, if you're having issue, wow, now it only like saves 5 minutes. Let's see if I do dynamic, which is everything printed in dynamic. 2 hours and 38 minutes. See that? So if you're having trouble slicing, that's some other issue with your software behind the scenes, and that's when you got to go to the Creality forum. So that's where I referred them. But if you want to know about your settings and see how it prints with particular settings and changes, you know, we'll do that. But that's another whole troubleshooting. Hopefully they managed to figure it out. And he said he'll do it next. Let's ask him how it went. Let's see, follow up. How did it go? Because maybe there's a solution, maybe for other people that they could use. You know, that might work right for you. Sometimes we can't help everyone, but we try. We will try, but in this case, we can't. We don't know his machine, his specs. It could be an issue. Maybe he has a couple of versions of Cura on there. Usually when I update, I'll just get rid of the old one so that there's no, cross-contamination or whatever you call it with the software. How do you supersize that to where you're snapping each piece together? In other words, I want to build one huge. So I sent him a link to the scaling video, but I'm not a big fan of having a 3D printed dragon that won't fit in this room. But some people do that. They do that with the dummy 13. Okay. Oh, FPV unknown, and that's where we at. I'm so glad that he's still in the with us on the channel. It's kind of like the shoemaker and the elves. They're hiding in the shadows and just helping us. We wake up in the morning and we come up with solutions that will work right for you, and that's kind of like FPV unknown, which is great. So it's nice to know he's still around, but probably busy doing other stuff too. And I believe that's it. That's where we left off. Ah, sort of, because as you know, sometimes comments get hidden. YouTube doesn't always show us everything. So we'll go here and click on community. Sometimes we have comments here. See? Look at that. We didn't even see that. Very helpful. Thanks. I hate when that happens. See, look. I'm a newbie. Since you use a DJI controller, can I use the... Oh, yeah, I think I replied to this one. I ordered... So I would say yes. Everything here is plug in, play. You may need to go on the drone camps Discord. The drone camps Discord, because Aphex said that they have a really nice community. As soon as you said that you're going to, yeah, also this is from last week from Ken. Please get a better mic. I need a better mic. Hello. Nah, it's a DJI mic. It's you know, it glitches out and it doesn't give the best of the audio. What are your computer specs? I'm wondering if the Mac Mini 4 is adequate enough for all these sims. So I would say, if it's not, hold on, let me go here. 138 into the live stream. 138 into the live stream. And then we'll go here. Hold on. Oh wow. Hold on 1 second. I can't believe I totally forgot about comments. 1 second, I'll be right there. Let me just send him this. Live here, live there. And we'll just cut that. And then close that. Try to be fast so that. Okay. So here are the specs to my computer, which are fair. I go to about this Mac, 18 gigabytes of RAM, and then it's the MacBook Pro with the M4 chip, but I don't, sometimes I'll delete and put these applications back on. I have about 500 gigabytes of hard drive space, but it fluctuates weekly. So like for example, once I have 57 gigs left, but by Tuesday I will have deleted this folder, a couple of folders, so I'll probably be left with 120 gigs hard drive space, but it's always fluctuating because I'm always editing videos. Knowing that moving forward, if you don't have enough space, just do a Aphex taught us this, one of our viewers slash subscribers. Where are we? Where is Steam? You can do window mode. So I'll show you here. And each application has a different experience that might be right for you. So you choose windowed. In the back in the day, if you've been following me, I didn't have the best machine. This machine's okay. But occasionally, sometimes I'll do window mode if I find things lagging. But here I'll show you. I'll launch one app, but I'm not going to play right now. We'll probably play next week. And then if I go to liftoff, I'll just show you how to do it in one, and then each game has their own experience that you have to figure out how to do it. You know, but let's see. I wonder if it'll work while it's here. No, it won't work while it's here. Okay, so we go escape, or you go to options, and then you go to graphics, and then inside graphics, see full screen fake. So what I will do is I will click windowed, and then once you do windowed, right, then you lower. Let's say I believe I'm at the highest. If I do here, see, it shrinks it, and now I can make it even smaller. Let's try there, or even smaller. Oops. Let's try here. See? So the smaller you make it, the better it is, and then you can choose from fantastic to whatever, but choose one that works right for you. Now I'm going to put it back to what it was, which was the one at the very top, because right now this works for me, but you know, maybe down the line it may not. And then we'll bring that up. Remember, it was windowed fake, and then go here. Now I'm back to normal, and now I can escape. So hopefully that helps to answer your question. And I'm going to quit. And each game will let you do that. So you just have to choose that. And again, I don't have the best specs, but and I'm still on the fence for which one I might keep in here, because I was just playing the other one inside the simulator. What was it called? Not FPV Logic, on Crashed. I was like, oh my god, I felt like I was playing Myst, you know, all these different side quests and things. It's really interesting. So I don't know. But if you have the space, if you don't have the space, what I was doing before was I would remove it, and if I wanted to play it, I'd download it again. You know, so try that, or the windowed experience. So knowing that moving forward, see why we have to check the comments in both places, because I would literally thought it was over. The government couldn't ban Chinese drones, so they're trying to create hysteria in the population so they can ban them that way. That's why they're sending Chinese balloons to make people, mentioning Chinese balloons to make people think they came from China. They are US government, yeah, wherever they're from. It's like, it's, I don't know, it's just ridiculous what's happening. Okay, drone mystery solved. Oh, it's me. Yeah. Like you see nothing out there, it's just a scam, guys. I believe that's it. Yeah, because these all have likes on, except for si espera uno acquaintamento. I'll just like it. Sounds good. Okay. Anyway, actually, let's see if they translate it. We can translate it. Imagine if you had 1 mile pencil beam light from an LAP light on your drone. No, I can't. I can't like that. I'll just like it. But you're not supposed to point any beams on the drones. You know, you can blind the pilot. You can, you know, and if you see stories where the pilot will report having seen a light of beam or laser beam shine in the window, and then the next day they find the guy. So apparently they can find you from pinpointing your location. And I believe that's it. All right. Finito. See, that's why we gotta check these off. Not just comments, we have people chiming in. 19 views. Oh wow, so we have like 19 different people watching. Alright, so I believe I have to leave this window open, because in the end I have to end the stream from here when you schedule a stream. Let's see what they say. Lou, my comments are being held. Oh, that's so weird. I made DJI about a 2 sub. Oh, okay. I don't know why that's happening though. Let me check. Hold on a second. Could be something in the settings. Let's see. Edit. If I go back, right? Go to stream is good. We'll go to schedule a stream. Create new. Monetization. Visibility. Click no. Visibility, public, private. Let's see what we got. Audience, show more. Select no. English. Monetization. That's fine. Customization. Live chat we have selected, as you can see. Live chat replay. Participant modes, anyone can participate. Live reactions. Message delay, there's no message delay. Redirect, no, that's it. Nothing is restricted on my end, which is a little bit of a bummer. It could be YouTube. Maybe try Chrome or Safari or some other browser. It's a bummer though. But hold on, I can see your comments now. All right, so knowing that and moving forward. So yeah, I don't restrict anything on my end, but it's probably a YouTube thing. Wow, Lou, over 2K active members. I know. I could even make you a moderator. We would love your videos over there. Oh wow, a moderator. Yeah, someone else made me a moderator on their show. But what does that mean though? Like, I don't like. What do I do? Like, I forgot who was the one. I think it was Backpack Jack's channel. Really cool. Did you follow Backpack Jack? I should reach out to them actually and find out. Be like, hey, I'm a moderator. YouTube. Backpack Jack, I think it is. I don't know. I'll have to wait. Maybe I spelled it wrong. I haven't seen their posts in a while though. Sometimes that happens. Back. Jack, I think it is. No, some other shit's coming up. I'll wait for them to show up again because I haven't seen their stuff and I'm subscribed to them, but I don't see them. They just show up whenever, I don't know. It's weird that way. Like what happens to your comments sometimes happens to my feed. Let's see what we have here on Reddit. It's very active. Sometimes 50 posts a day in the subreddit. Wow, yeah, I don't want to be part of Reddit. For Avada 2 owners. No, I mean because what happens is, I mean, I don't mind. I'm on Reddit, but I think your channel can get blacklisted if your content is being, if a particular video is being reached. I think if you embed a video, if you take someone's video and embed it into another website other than YouTube or something like that, it gets blacklisted. But I don't think in Reddit you can do links in URL and you can embed. There was some internet YouTube guru was talking about it, how they had to figure out which video it was that was blacklisting their channel, and then they figured out that it was a video that was being embedded into another feed somewhere overseas, and they took the video down. Then their channel monetization went back to normal. I don't know. That's not me, but yeah, I could see myself doing something like that. Once you are over there, let me know your user and I will private message you and make you a mod in the Avada 2 owner sub. It's very active. Wow, that's so cool. Oh yeah, because Market Bay's got like, wow, a lot of subscribers there. Your videos and tutorials for Avada 2 would be appreciated over there. All right, so send me the link. Let's see, why not, right? What's the link? Moderator means anyone trolls or you see something you don't like. Oh yeah, you can ban. Okay, that's good to know. Ban them, remove their. Oh no, okay, I like that. Yeah, I can definitely use it. Can you imagine over 2,000 subscribers how many trolls you get? Yeah, that's like tonight we saw a troll right on my, and when I said we've been trolled. All right, so now we have this. Now I'm just gonna apply some. See what we got. See if we still got our mojo. All right, so we know that this antenna is good, right? And the hole is good. And soldering it will be easy because, as you can see, it'll just bleed right through. All right, so let's say this is our one right here. This one's going to take a little bit longer because we have to put aluminum tape so we don't ruin anything. If that makes any sense. See? This one's a little bit trickier because we don't want to ruin any of the components. Where's this? Oh, this thing right here. So we just have to cut a piece of aluminum tape so that we can cover that, all that. And then on this side, that side's fine, just one hole. But again, accidents happen, which is why you don't want to mess it up. And it's, which is why you take your time. Take it when soldering, you take as much time as you need. If it took you 2 hours, let it be 2 hours. If it took you an hour, like it took me, let it be an hour. But you'll see at the end, you don't have to buy a new one, right? The only thing wasted is time, right? And these things are expensive and they're not cheap, and time is money, you know. So I can't even see. And that's good to know with the Avata 2 videos. Send me the link and I will. I heard something fall, but it wasn't my glasses. Thankfully I got the insurance, the extra, you know, when you go to Best Buy, they're like, hi, do you want to pay the extra $20 for the, if in case you break them? I did that with my glasses. But I don't do that when I buy something from Best Buy. But definitely with your glasses, you don't want that extra, because you don't know, especially with the kids, you know, they accidentally say, oh, I didn't know your glasses were there. Like this morning, one of my kids was sitting on something from my computer. I was like, really? Thankfully I have Apple Care. But just because you have Apple Care doesn't mean like they can sit on it, you know. Still have to watch my stuff. So now I'm gonna put, actually let's leave this here. That's weird. Wonder why. That is so weird. Oh, there we go. A little lag there. Let's start again. Glitchy for a second. My mouse wasn't working. Okay, so for this, we're gonna cover up everything. I'll show you guys under the microscope. Anything and everything that could possibly be accidentally touched with your soldering iron. And if it takes you 10 minutes to do this, let it be 10 minutes, you know, because remember, this is expensive. This little chip deserves to be protected. There are some people that would be like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy another one. No, we do these so that you don't have to. I just want to see if that will actually work, though, given that nice. So we got one side. Now I got to do the other side. Don't worry, I'll show you guys as soon as I'm done. Yes, good idea. Sell it. And oh, I was just seeing these comments now. I might sell my Neo on eBay. I will lose out, but I don't care for it. Yeah, same here. I don't know why. There's something about it, you know, like just doesn't do it for me. I'm not risking it flying. Yeah, and that too, flying away again. Yes, good idea. Sell it and get yourself a Bamboo One. Lou, Amani, okay. What drone did you? We shared that one. What happened to the? Okay. Wait, there's more. Just yeah, eBay. I remember back. Oh, Ken. Good morning, Ken. Ken's here. Ken, great flying with you the other day. Reddit. Good, bro. Just make a new. Okay, I'll make a new account. I think I have Reddit though. I have to look and see. Can't post links. Oh, can't. Okay, I can't post links. Just look up RD Avata 2 and join. If you want, I will make you a moderator. Hello, Ken. I wish YouTube would allow me to post. Oh, wow, I didn't know you can't post links. There's nothing blocked on my end. The offer is there. No, I will take it, and I'll do it right after this. Easy thing to do is search. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, let's do that right now. Yeah, Reddit can be powerful if you get the right people on your side. Like I remember, I had an issue with a company, and then the trolls chimed in, and the next thing you know, I got paid. Literally, I got stiffed by this. Well, I don't want to say, but because I did sign an NDA, but yeah, like if the right people are behind your post and cause, magic can happen. How do you identify woman, man, non-binary? I prefer not to say. I'm a man's man. Back in the day, He-Man was a cartoon. Now, I don't know. Things change. That's so weird though. Wait, which email am I using? Oh, I think I'm using. I don't know. I'll just use the one that's here. Interests. Wow, they have a stalker selection. AI is alright. ChatGPT. I don't do gossip. And we'll leave it like that. Okay. Personal. I just want to use the fucking program. I don't need one questionnaire. Alright, so let's see. I'm joined under. I don't know what email, but I'll just scrub back and look. And then we'll go here. R&D. Oh, wow, there it is. New member intro. Oh, that's so cool. Where are we? Join. Voila. Alright, so now I'm joined, and I'll look for the emails to flood in. Let me know. Oh, my username. My username is YouTube, Reddit. Create. My username is settings. General email address is fine. Gender, email notifications, connect, subscriptions, get premium, profile, general. I don't know, how do I create? I want to change my user ID, my my thing. I can change the picture, but I want to change post, comments, hide, profile. There we go. Display name will be maybe Flight Commander. All right. Flight Commander 2, since the administrator would probably like Flight Commander 1. Flight Commander 2. Great. Now, sweet. Now let's see if that goes there. No, it didn't go there. Maybe reload. Display name. No. My avatar. Oh, changing your display name won't change your username. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Alright, so I'll get back to you on that once I figure it out. The rules are your own rules, Lou. Whatever you want, Lou. I'll get back to you on the username. I'm having trouble trying to change it. Because I want to make it Flight Commander. Alright. But I will definitely share that with you. I just thought it would be like a simple stream because I don't like the one they gave me. I don't like it. So now I'm just going to cut this right here. We're just cutting foil, just regular aluminum tape you can get at Home Depot. Nothing special or fancy design for the chip, but as you see, it leaves everything in tip-top shape and nothing gets damaged except for your time. So if you feel like you gotta rush, then this part will be tricky. That's all. That's the only thing wasted is time. And time is precious if you want to salvage and save your flight controller. Nice. And now we apply the paste. Pestoline. Okay. So knowing that and moving forward, let's make this one a little bit bigger. And then go here. So I'm just going to apply the flux. Remember, flux helps to melt the solder. You could use a paintbrush if that works. And what we're doing is the flux is going to help melt the solder. In this particular case, it looks like I might need the tip. Let me try another way. Hold on. Okay, that's cool. No. But you can always use any of the videos. You can send the links there. That's great that the solutions. But some people love Reddit. You know, like Reddit's a whole community. It's kind of like back in the day, I think it was called Telnet. It was like an online chat community for people in academia. You know, they just loved chatting. And Telnet. Oops, wrong one. Doing their research and stuff like that. Yeah, so next week we're going to be building 3D game on the live stream, which is really cool. Retro game, not 3D game. So we are, let me just click on the stream so I know where to send this person, and I'll show you where I got this idea from. 2 hours and 4 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna apply some tin to our tip because we want to tin it, right, so that the experience is just right for you, and hopefully this will tin. Let it melt slowly, right? Move this out of the way. We already got the flux on everything on the chip. Here's the chip. I'll share with you exactly what I did there in a second. We'll go here. Bring this on a little bit bigger. Alright, so as you can see, we applied the foil tape in all the areas to protect anything that could accidentally get hit. And as you can see, that red part is the antenna. Just move this a little bit and put this down so it's not heated yet. Can take off any of the excess so I can point and show to you guys. So as you can see right here, that's the antenna, and we protected everything around it. That's just flux, but nothing will get ruined here because everything is covered from where we're going to be soldering, which is right here. See that? That's just flux. And then we have on the other side, we covered anything that could accidentally get hit with the soldering iron, which is the chip and some connectors, but we need to get that in there. Okay? Knowing that and moving forward, just 2 hours in. Okay, so now we're going to tin the tip, move everything out of the way that could accidentally get burnt with the plastic. going to put these back since I don't need this anymore. So anything that could accidentally get ruined, clear out of the way, like your mouse. I don't know what that is. Facebook. This one is garbage. Get rid of that. And we're going to let this heat up. Whoops. I don't even know what happened there. I'm over here doing something else. Okay. So now I'm just going to put this here and plug in this soldering iron. Let it heat up. And once that heats up, we'll use this thing right here. Clean it up a bit. I'm just going to get the helping hands. Okay. To help with the experience. Move this over a bit. Move this here. Don't worry, I'll show you guys. I'll try. Okay. So now it really doesn't matter where we apply the solder, because we're going to apply. Oh wow, totally forgot about that. It's all right though. Nice. Just finagling that. Nice, nothing got ruined. That's why you always want to keep tin on tin, you know, so nothing gets ruined. But I don't think we got our tip tin just right. Because we want it to stick to our nice. There we go. So now what we can do is take the tweezers, right? And maybe we'll put this down a little bit and put it on the other one so you can see it, because apparently this one might be better. See? And so we're going to apply heat on one end and then pull out the antenna, because it's only going to take heat to pull it out. So we're going to pull it out, and if it's broken, that's the trickier part, but thankfully it's not. So then now what we're going to do is, and actually you're going to need 2 helping hands so that it holds it tight and firm, so we can pull, right, without it being done in the other direction. So now we're going to take here and just hold, let the heat do the work. Remember, we can't accidentally burn anything because it's protected, but doesn't mean you leave your soldering iron on it. Watch your camera. Just, oh nice, it was working, okay. Got it, see? And then that little, what I was doing, you pull it out, whoops, and I dropped it, but that's okay. So now, what we can do is, so, oops, we can put that there, right? So we got it out, right, by applying heat on both ends, and now the tricky part is emptying that freaking hole. But as you saw, we have a tool for that. So now we can apply heat to one side, right? And see if this will work a little bit lower so that you guys can see. Now find the hole, right? And then you take this thingy right here, put it in its position, have it ready, right, to go before you go. Then you take your soldering iron, make sure it's tinned and ready to go, all that other fun stuff. I try to do this every time. And then, now we hold one end over, and we're going to push it in. And let it work its magic. One more. Remember, I have a finer tip, too. Okay? The finer the tip, the better, because see that how fine that tip is? You can go into the hole and push it out. And so while I, be ready to push that button. Nice. So that once it comes through, right, you have a clean hole all the way through. Voila! What took 1 hour took 10 minutes. And I'll show you moving forward. Move this out of the way. And then I'll share with you guys how I came up with this idea. So now, if you look closely, sort of, I gotta even this out. This is the hardest part. Zooming in, balancing the zoom. See that hole? You can see it already. Voila. There's your hole. Clean as a whistle. Now, that's why you want to practice on shit that's broken too. This way you don't ruin your goods. One chip, that chip we were working on was good, but this one's one that's blown out. But then, as you can see, this will go, I'll put it in the hole, and then I'll just pull it out from under the microscope. See? Now it's in the hole. And then we have here, if I pull it out, see how deep it was? Because we cleaned it out. And if we look on the other side, right, see that? It's clean. Where is it? Oh, right there. And we didn't, and most of all, let's get a clearer picture. We didn't ruin anything. I could always retape this. So what I'm going to do is remove the tape so that you can see that we saved all the components. Nothing's ruined, nothing's damaged, and nothing was actually touched. Trying to zoom in and get a better picture. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get, but oh, that looks good. Hold on. Sort of. But as you can see, anyway, point is nothing's ruined and nothing was touched. It's in excellent condition. And the only thing you have to do moving forward when you, let's say if I'm going to put the new antenna on, is I would put new tape. I would use new tape. Take your time and put new tape on. But now that we have the solution, let's click here. And 2 hours into live stream. Hold on 1 second. And I'll show you why I came up with this idea for the video. I was on Facebook and you'll see. I'm just going to plug this out though. Hold on a second. Go here. Transition. Oh, you couldn't see. Gosh, I hate when that happens. Sorry about that. Here we go again. Before I go to Facebook, here I'll show you guys. All right, so where are my glasses? I'll put the antenna back in for the whole experience so that you guys can see. Wow, went all the way in. You want your hole to the antenna to be clear. Hold on 1 second. All right, so here's the hole. Wow. Whoops. See, that's the hole. Now watch the antenna come out. Whoops. Where's the antenna? It'll just pull right out. See that? Whoops, I didn't pull it out yet. Hold on. The reason why it's not coming out is because it's too deeply in there. It's went right through, all the way through. Okay. Let's try that again so that you guys can see. See the hole? Now watch. It's hard. See? Look at that. And look how I'll show you the how deep it has to go in. Right? So we can see 1 second, right? Where's the antenna hole? There. Right there. I'm going to find this part now. See? And that has to go in all the way. And it does. Actually, it goes in too far. But it'll actually go all the way through. This is a hole that you actually have to clean out. This is the other side underneath. See? Came all the way through under. Which is fine because once you add solder, it'll be okay. But most of all, what you want to see is, aside from what I just showed you, is the hole. Nothing's damaged, as you can see. And I'll take some of the foil tape off so that you can see what's next to it. What we actually tried to salvage. Well, we did salvage it because nothing's ruined. You know, it just got some flux on it, but nothing which we can clean with alcohol. And let's see. See? Nothing is damaged, nothing is touched because it was covered with the foil tape. And then on the other side, well, the other side, we put foil tape on to protect the chip, but look at that. And that's what you want, right? Knowing that moving forward. Now the only thing I'm going to have to waste time with on the next, when I put the antenna back on, or a new antenna, is this. Putting new foil tape on and covering everything, because I don't want to reuse it. I just want it, so I want to put a new one of those on. And you cut it. I got a whole freaking spool of it. Look at that. For like $3. See that? So, you know, use your time wisely. Take the time, put the tape on so that you can salvage your antennas. Now I got 2 antennas. I don't know what I did with the other one. Now I have to go crazy looking for it after the show. I have one here, and the other, it's on the board, so I should put these in a safe place because they do come in handy and they will break. All right, so knowing that, moving forward, let's close this here. We'll quit this. We'll go to Facebook, and then here, new tab, Facebook, and then go to saved. I was just looking around because I'm part of different groups. For the young children of the world, Scene Digger on top of Nabisco. Yeah, okay, that's really cool. Oh, I saved that. And then here, I was fixing the power plug on my Pico, and accidentally knocked off the receiver. I don't know how the fuck you do that, because you see that's just like a hard thing to do. That thing's embedded in there. That took me like an hour the first try, but that's okay. It happens, you know. Not everyone. Off receiver, and I have tried soldering it. All right, and then if I go here, I'll just say, yeah, rest in peace, because look at the back. He butchered it. He burnt the whole thing. And that's why you want to apply the aluminum tape. Because look, the chip is damaged. I don't even know how did you do that? But it happens, you know, like everyone learns, you know, like not everyone knows. And that's why I make these videos to help people. But that sucks. Big time. So now, in case you're wondering, like, why did I start off the video that way? Because I thought it would take 5 minutes. But you saw it, the first time took forever, and the second time, once you get it, you just, you know, you got it. So we'll just refer him 10 minutes into live stream. Not 10 minutes, 2 hours. 2 hour, 2 hours into live stream. Stream will show you how to fix the antenna. Oops. And then I'll do this. Oops, wrong one. Now I just gotta go here. La 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 la. Oh, and then go here. And then go here. And then go there. And go there. And then go here. Voila. See? Posting. Voila. And look at this. It looks like toast to me. Because look, it looks like which board? This board is fried. Just add butter. But it could be flux too, like if you add too much flux. But we don't know. And that's why, hence why accidents happen. Poor guy. That's expensive. It looks like a really expensive flight controller too, not one of these cheap ones. I mean, 40, 50 bucks is expensive, but this looks like it cost more. Wow, look at that. Wait, what was he trying to fix again? Power plug. The power's on the other side of the board. That's so weird. What kind of power? I don't understand. Because the power is on one side, right? Oh well, there is some. No, the power is over here on this side. There's the power on this side, on this board. Yeah, the power is on. I don't even know where it is on this. Oh, it's right here. Power is over here on this one. Oh, here, I see it right there. On the Mobila 8 chip, it's weird. It's on a corner, on the side. And on this one, the power cord, yeah, it's over here on this one. Wow, it's far away from the antenna. No, that's so weird. I don't know, man. That looks toast. Yeah. Wow, look at that. The guy's like soldering in places that you're not supposed to be soldering. Oh, what do I don't understand. Like, I'm just fascinated by this because, like, I did this to my flight controller though, and don't feel bad if you're still watching this. Look at me. This was me. Here, back in the day. Right. This is because I didn't use a smoke stopper. Yeah, and thanks to Epi. Hold on. I gotta turn the sound off so that I don't hear it. Or actually, you guys can hear the sound. I woke everyone up that night. Hold on. Whoa. Well, so much for that. Yeah, put too much power on the motors. Alright. I don't know what to do. Well. Oops. Yeah. I got it. Yeah, so that looks like literally that reminds me of this, but this looks like toast. Like literally, like yeah, you need a finer tip soldering iron, so you could just push it through and then suck the rest out, right? And then the heat gun doesn't really do so much justice, but knowing that, I just can't stop looking at this. It was like freaking, like everyone's saying, Weston, that looks 2 hours into live stream. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, on that note, let's see. Anthony likes your post. Oh, see, Anthony. Oh, cool. I like Anthony. I miss. He was a cool guy too. He flies like me. I can't wait to everyone to get together again on the with the Jersey droners, and it's nice that they don't drop you. Like, as I used to cycle with these guys in town. Because my schedule and things got busy, and I don't cycle as much anymore. I still ride, but because I wasn't riding enough with the group, they dropped me. They deleted me. Whereas the Jersey droners won't do that. If you can't fly, you can't fly. Maybe if you do 1 flight a year, maybe it'll take you 2 years for your next time to join. They're not gonna delete you. So that happened to me with the cycling group. But it won't happen to you. That's when when you're part of a good meetup too. What's this one? Oh, he likes my comment. And that's it, So now let's go to, that's it. The show's over, almost over, because we got, let's see. Oh wow, I don't know how that happened. Oh, I hate when this happens. Just want to shrink it. Kanye, that alarm just scared the shit out of me. I know. Just imagine that I was doing a live stream in the middle of the night. It's like a late show and soldering, and then all of a sudden the flight controller blows up, and then everyone's dead asleep, and they're like, crying and screaming, and then my wife comes downstairs. She's like, "What happened? What's going on? Is there a real fire?" I was like, no. I tried to keep her out because sometimes it's not as bad as it looks because they smell the smoke. So I just, "Oh no, it's fine. There's no need to go in there, and you just stay out. We have everything under control." Meanwhile, the thing's like going beep beep beep. I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I think I signed off and ended the show. But I panicked, and I have a fire extinguisher right there, but we have the smoke detector. So when you have a house or even the apartment and regulations in New York City, if one smoke detector goes off, all of them have to go off as part of the code. And so not only did it go off here, it went off in the kitchen, in the bathroom, the dining room, the bedrooms, all the bedrooms, the living room, everyone. And so everyone was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" And you could hear it from outside. Yeah, it wasn't not the kind of night you want to have in the middle of the night. Usually during the day it's okay, but yeah. So that's cool. I'll check out your message. Let's see what we have here, and I will check out. Let's see what we have here. That's so cool. I used to moderate back in the day. Life of a moderator for some, I forget what it was. I don't remember what I used to make them to on. I don't remember. User. Yeah. How do you change? How did you do that? Why yes sir. How do I do that? I'll accept this, but I want to change mine too. Unable to join the room. Unable to join the room. It says unable to join the room. I'm unable to join them. Blah, blah, blah. That's so weird. But I've been accepted. Okay, let's get rid of that. So weird. Yes, I want to chat. Alright, we'll figure it out. It's probably something I gotta do on my end, like make myself seen, or I don't know. Anyway, I believe that's the end of this show. I hope this video helped you in better understanding how to move your antenna or antennas on your flight controllers, so you don't ruin your board, so you don't fry it. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. That's it. The show's over. I gotta clean up this mess and figure some stuff out. You can stay. Let's see what we have here. While I clean up, you can see how I do it. Let's close that. No idea what the room is. Check your DM. It should be an invite. Okay, let's Let's see. No, I did. Yeah, I checked my DM. It was supposed to be an invite, but it wasn't. Hold on. Let's see. I'll show you. Share my screen. Transition. See, I have here, and then notifications. See all. Not forever be on. You're on your way now. See all. Messages. Moderator. Click and accept. Okay. Yes. Join. Sweet. Now I'm a moderator. Yeah. It wasn't working before, but it's working now. It looks like. And then I have a chat. See, look, when I click accept. See, unable to join. Unable to join. Unable to join. I don't know. It could be a glitch. But we'll figure it out. We shall. Ken, good night, Ken. Yes, good night to everyone. I will check that out. As you saw, there's like some weird error happening, but it's okay. We can fix that. This one looks like it's semi-good. I have to get another one. We have our antennas, which we need. Right, I'll leave these here. That's why I can't even pick that up. Remember, put the foil tape on when you're ready to reinstall your antennas. I'm not sure why that's like that. So now we're just cleaning up, putting everything away. The show's over. This is live. We don't plan it. We do plan to answer your question, but we don't know, whether or not we'll be able to answer it or how we're going to answer it until it's done live. That's why the shows sometimes take a little longer, because we're like, I think we've got that, and sometimes you don't really got it. Like you saw in the beginning with the soldering. Thought I got it, but apparently not. And that's why you always want to work on your soldering skills, because you might build 10 drones today, and then your next drone build is going to be a year from now. You're going to be rusty, and tonight's video proved that. As many drones as I built, if you don't, stay on top of your skill set, you're just going to be rusty, which is why next week we will be building another game, so that you're not rusty, so that you can be on your aim game when you get your flight controller and you don't fry it like that person did. It does happen. Or like I did, I fried mine, and fortunately, I had to. But I know what to do to not fry it. I know to apply the foil tape. It took an hour the first time, second time 10 minutes. But you take as much time as you need. But if you prep everything correctly, you're fine. You don't have to worry about anything but time. So that if someone says, hey, take my antenna out, just tell them to drop it off, and you'll have it tomorrow or next week. So you're not working under the gun. So they're not like impatient and frustrated that they have to wait, because you'll do it right, but just not be done fast. You blow your shit up. You fry it. You fry your stuff. And which is what you don't want, because then that's money lost. And time too. Money and time. Same thing with your printer. But I'm definitely gonna try and see which prints I can sell on eBay. That's really cool, because that will pay for itself. I see people selling their prints for like $25, right? And then so you figure after X amount of prints, you're in the clear. You're nice. Nothing's ruined. Just goopity goop everywhere, which I can get off with what is it called? The cleaning solution. This one's garbage. Just gonna throw all this out. Gotta keep it. This is why everything's always ready for the next show. know, so that everything is just right. But yeah, I feel bad for the guy because I think it's fried. But then again, it could be caked with flux, right? I don't know. I don't want to know. All I know is that it's a nightmare when shit blows up and breaks, because even if you have the part, you lost the money on it. Even if you don't have the part, you're losing time because you gotta wait for it to come and be shipped to you. But yeah, that smoke detector freaked me out. I'll never forget that night. One time when I blew up the flight controller, and another time when I blew up a LiPo battery, which is why now they're inside these cases. But when there's a video I have that will show you how to install a smoke detector so that it works via Wi-Fi. So like if you're out and about and it's free, you can you'll know if your smoke detector goes off. You'll be in the park and you'll get dinged or binged. Here, I'll show you that one. And you buy it on, hold on. Oh, I thought the keyboard was here. This is a good one for you guys. That's funny video. Live stream for so after, oh, this is it right here. I wonder if was it a live stream? No, I think I made it 11 minutes. Why is there, oh, no monthly fees. I think I made a shorter version of it. So let's try this one. And then we'll just go here, Control X, and then here. Whoops. Closed the wrong one. I closed the chat window. Oh wow, we have more columns. Hold on. Sorry, people. That's the one for the smoke detector. Market Bay. Again. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I missed it. I was cleaning up. We don't need that. Market Bay. I'd like to sell prints, but most are copyright, and you can't sell anything but your own. No, you can. You can find prints that have. You have to be a Patreon. So if you're a Patreon of it, look for the one, and then that allows you to sell. So as long as you're a Patreon, some of these prints, like most of the ones I download, you can sell. You just have to become a Patreon. So if you know you're gonna sell, be a Patreon and pay that fee, and then he's happy. Like for example, let's see, printables. I think it is. Spiral cone fidget. Spiral fidget. And I forget which one it is. It's probably in my downloads if I log in. I don't even remember my login. I hate when that happens. I don't think it's this one. I have so many different logins that I'll probably log in and out 100 times before I find my actual account. 6, probably this one. Oh, haven't logged in a while. Collections. Here we go. So let's try that one. And follow. Mix rated collection. Da-da, 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 da-da. Strong print. Files, rated, remixing, collections, user print files, related models. You just have to look for the ones that say Patreon. And once you become a Patreon, like let's try Dummy 13. That one I would never sell because that's a nightmare to print. Dummy and if I did, I'd probably sell it for more money than it's being sold for, because my printing, there's no PLA support, so you'd be getting a PLA version of it. Is this one it? Anyway, there's one of them that says be a Patreon, and it's the original designer, and I believe it's on my video. Hold on one second. YouTube.com. Go back to my channel. Type in dummy 13. Here it is. And then I'll stop the video. GitHub. Printables. Yeah, it is there. Here we are. So you have to find the original source and in details. Check out. See? It says it right here. This means that you are free to share these files however you like, including selling prints, provided that you give proper attribution, right? You can give proper attribution by including this notice on your product page, right? Please help me build my identity as a creator by referring to this design by its original name. Don't pass off my work as your own product. Too many people are doing that already. So if you find a 3D print where it says that, but there's another one that says become a Patreon, right? This one just says, hey, just copy and paste it and link me back as the original source, which is great for whoever has the right printer that can print this without printing one piece at a time like me, because it takes freaking hours if you don't have the right printer, which is why I would probably sell it for 50 bucks, right? I'd make $50 a day. Maybe I can sell it. Nah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, but it wouldn't be ideal for me, this particular print. I'd have to find a print that, one, I could be a Patreon on, or no Patreon, just give the guy or girl recognition, and two, find the ones that'll print on my machine so I can mass produce, and, you know, not like becoming a sweatshop. That's another reason why I don't do it. But yeah, find the right prints, and most of the prints that I have in my library are like this. They ask you to be a Patreon or give recognition, and it's not by choice. I just happen to have stumbled upon these particular kind of prints, you know. So knowing that and moving forward, this is how it's supposed to print. You're supposed to print it all on one sheet, and then no, that's why where everything like glitches. Someone said I had to fine tune my printer, but if I printed as many prints as I print and only 2 or 3 prints don't work, no, I'm not wasting my time screwing shit up. Alright, so knowing that and moving forward, whoops, I closed the window. Sorry, and then we'll go back, and then we'll go here, and we'll go here. Which sim do you like the most, Liftoff or Uncrashed, or another one? Which one do you recommend if you can only recommend one? I would probably say start off with Liftoff. Start off with Liftoff because there's not a lot happening, and then level up to different ones, because Liftoff doesn't have a lot of shit happening like with Uncrashed. The graphics of this and that and drones flying everywhere. Probably Liftoff. Probably Liftoff would be ideal, so you can just focus and then get into the other stuff. Let's see. Red chat, so we'll stop that. Go there and pop out. Close that. Just saying Avata 1 or Avata 2, since I have the Neo. Probably I would get the Avata 2, Ken. You'll be happy. Avata 1, especially if you have all the new stuff. I still see myself down the line maybe getting an Avata 1, just 3 minutes on it, take it apart and do a motor upgrade. But you don't have to if you got the Neo and you get care. Not Neo. If you don't have to if you have the Avata 2 and get care refresh, you know. And if you have so many drones, you're only going to be able to fly one or two of them. Most of the popular prints, like Neo cases, are not allowed to be sold. That goes for most of the stuff. Some stuff you can. The stuff that sells usually isn't allowed to be sold. Some stuff is allowed, but it won't sell much. Yeah, I know. I feel bad for some of those people. Like if you go to the 3D like forum on Facebook, you see people have like hundreds of shit printed on the table. It's not like people are traveling hundreds of miles to come buy your print, you know. Maybe on eBay, like a lot, I could see people buying your stuff, but not going to these like trade shows of 3D printing. No, that's so true. Yeah, and sucks too at the same time, you know, for people that are. This is goopy looking. You gotta clean that. Remember? Just get rid of that. These I'll keep because I want to still practice soldering, you know? To practice soldering and taking shit apart. Yeah, definitely can. Sell one of your briefcases with the drones and buy the Avata 2. You're gonna love it. And stick to the what do they call it? Mini 4 Pro. Keep flying that one. That's a great drone. And then your Mavic Mini, you know, now that you got it out of your system, definitely, because you're gonna. But then again, I don't know. The Mavic Mini, Mavic 1, or the one that you were flying with, the Insta360, it's pretty powerful in the wind. Like it handles the wind almost like the Mavic, 3. It's a robust drone, so I could see why you like that too, because of the power. Avata 2 is like, yeah, that too. Yeah, the Avata 2 is like more the base is 3 times quieter. The I've flown the Avata 1 in my backyard, and sometimes I'll get a text from my neighbor. He would say, "Put the birds away," like literally, because he could hear it from his house, and his kids were trying to put his kids to bed or something like that in the summer, because in the summer it stays darker a little bit longer. And so with the Avata 2, I never heard a single complaint from him again, because it's that much quieter, and you want that, especially if you have neighbors, especially nowadays if you're in New Jersey. You don't want to drag too much attention to you, and that happened to me the other day. I was flying my drone, and I think it was like 8 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock. People were still out walking, and a lot of people started gravitating towards my property. Were like, "Oh my God, is that a drone?" And then, of course, I talked to them. They were fascinated by it and curious, but wasn't my plan to draw people towards me. And that will happen especially nowadays. I'm pretty sure someone called the police, but again, it's not illegal, and as long as you follow the rules from the FAA, you're fine. But that's why I do the late night Friday night flights a little bit later, because earlier people are like, "Oh my God, look!" And even as they're driving their car down the street, they'll roll down their window like, "Oh my God, a drone! Oh my God!" So the later the better, and the quieter the better, especially nowadays, because now every drone is a deviant drone, unless you have the Neo. Oh, that's right. I think he said I have to pay for shipping and handling. Yeah, you're right. Damn it, I didn't think about that. So I gotta set buy or pay shipping fee. But I'm definitely gonna do as it warms up, the Pavo. Actually, hold on. Speaking of Pavo, don't want to leave these batteries in your bag. I put them in the tin case, the LiPo case, because I went flying with Ken, and I brought my drone with me, the one that I built, but it was so cold. I was like, I couldn't even feel my fingers. Changing props don't help. Master air screws will make the flying experience better on the Avata one, but Master air props or screws makes the flying experience better too on the Avata too. Like if you saw my video, it is phenomenal. So but whoops, on the Avata one, but it will make the flying experience better. But as the Avata one, as it gets older, you know, every time there's an update, the propellers sometimes break and fall off. I have some videos on that. I've tried a few different Master air screws in Avata 1 and it doesn't help me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I tried too. I don't remember which ones I got though. Could always probably look at my videos. I didn't find out about the Master air screws until I got the Avata 2. But I bought some other propellers. The no frills. The no frills propellers. No frills for no thrills. Again, get your tape. You will save time and money. Well, no, you'll save money, not time, because on your first time it's going to take an hour. And the second time will take 10 minutes. The only thing I'm not crazy about is the solder wick thingy. This, I don't know if you guys use it, but I'll show you. Like sometimes it doesn't really work. Like you saw me using it in the video. It's supposed to absorb the solder. I put flux on it and everything. Maybe it's a bad one. It says desoldering wick, 10 feet long, 10 shit long. Like it literally sucks. You know, like, which means like I think if the channel does really well, like if I make money on it, I do make money. Like a lot of the stuff, everything you see here was purchased through the proceeds of the channel. But like if I made enough, like I would buy a desoldering thingy, but I don't really need it because we don't really do that kind of heavy duty soldering that will require the desolderer machine that works wonders, magic. Put this guy back in his home. But I had one and I sent it back. That's how good it was. That's why I'm not, you know, that's why I'm not rushing out to get another one. Some of the stuff I keep, but some of the stuff is just crap. That's why I don't want it to be a junkyard in here. But everything here has a purpose, you know. Especially this thing, which should be in its case, but leave it there because sometimes I use it. So we're almost done with the cleanup process. Clean up time. I remember when the kids were in preschool. We can play the cleanup song. Yeah, teaching the kids to clean up after themselves. And I remember that they had like a twos program. Just organizing this crap. I mean, everything here we use, so it's not really crap, but just need that space, especially for the next. So I always get ready for the next show after the previous show, right? So that when the next show comes, I'm ready to go, and things will just flow, and all I got to do is bring out whatever it is that's going to be happening next on that particular show. So this is what happens after the shows, and when the show's over, because when we make a mess, We have to clean up. Forget how the song went though. Some weird cleanup song. Yeah. Now, forget about it. Now the kids. We went to a New Year's Eve party, and there was a library teacher there. Was one of the friends of the friend who invited us, and she says like now she can't even do her job. That when the kids are bad, and she has to give them detention. She has to call the parents and see if it's okay. I was like, "Hi, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm just calling about Billy. So there was a misunderstanding. There was a misunderstanding. Your child was misbehaving. They can't even say the child was misbehaving, and we just want to know which day works best for you, so that we can put him in detention." That's what the shit's come to now. The teachers have to call the parents and find out which day works best for them, so that the child can have detention. I'm like, what? Back in the day, it wasn't like that. Back in the day, if you got sent to the principal's office, they were not calling your parents to ask what day of the week is best for your child. Your parents got that call, and you just prayed, prayed that the detention didn't extend itself to the experience when you got home. Yep. Now, forget about it. Times have changed. Am I correct? You need a Part 107? I think so. I'm not sure. I have one. Hold on. They said you do, but according to the Pilot Institute, I don't believe you do, but let's find out. I have one, so I don't really know. So I have a lot of waivers and stuff, and I always double check. Do I need I don't think so. Part 107 to fly at night. You can always fly with someone. No, you no longer need. Oh. No, it says no here. But I would double check. I would ask one of the forums. It says yes, you can fly your drone at night with a Part 107 certification as long as you meet certain. No, we don't need that one. As of April 21st, as of April 6, 2021, you no longer need to apply for a Part 107 daylight operations waivers to fly your drone at night. What are the requirements for flying at night? And I wouldn't trust AI to answer that question. Let's go to the FAA. Oh, look. There we go. Part 107 waivers. Become effective. 20 drone pilots operating on the Part 107 may fly at night over people and moving vehicles without a waiver as long as they meet the requirements defined by, that would be me. But what about you? A waiver is an official okay. How to apply for a waiver? Fly a small. I don't know. Yeah, you can't go more than 100 miles per hour, over 400 feet, with less than 3 statute miles. Let's type in night. Or 5 matches. Let's see, 1, 2. You do not need to register a drone to request a waiver, but you must register. If you intend to, no, it really doesn't. Let's try here. Pilot Institute. Yeah, but they will definitely not make you go on an Easter egg hunt. All right. This is 2022. Can I fly my drone at night? Recreational and Part 107. Yes. Both Part 107 licensed and recreational drone pilots can now fly their drone at night without having to apply for a waiver. However, drones flying at night need to be equipped with appropriate anti-collision lights that are visible up to a distance of 3 statute miles. Part 107 pilots may need to take a new online course available at the FAA safety website before they can enjoy this privilege. Yes, I actually did that, which is, I'll show you. Whoops. Which is, let's see, which is here. Go here and go, where is it? Downloads, right in the camera. I think it's in Dropbox. Okay, pull media, downloads, documents. I think it's in Dropbox. Drone license, Mavic 4, recurrent. Ah, see, night operations. See, you get that. Has successfully, so you take that through the FAA website. For me, for you, I guess not. So that's what you have to do there. So, and there's links, look, see? And then let's wonder what that takes you to. Oh, if you get your trust certificate. Yeah, so just follow here, read everything, and then you'll know. Okay, I would definitely watch everything here if you plan to fly at night, Ken. Cut that out. And then, oh wow, his drone has night shot. There you go. Yeah, follow everything there. If you need help, come to me. I can help set you up. You need strobe lights, orientation. I'll show you what I have. I'll show you the magic. Okay, so that you know. Okay, so you only need one light. One light is required. Look how big this thing is. But I have more lights and I'll explain why. You have, oh, let's make it bigger so that we can see. Okay, so you only need one light, which is here so the planes can see you, right? Which is there. But I have more and I'll explain why. I have the Cree Wi-Fi light, which is 1,000 lumens, which can be seen from more than 3 miles away. When I turn that on, I choose green, so now I know when I see green, remember it's 1,000 lumens, it's bright. I can see the drone and I know that this is the back, right? Now, for the front, I have strobe lights on there, which are really cool. I got on eBay. As long as you have the minimum requirements of lights on the drone, then you're within the regulations. Anything else is additional, not required, and it's preference, okay? Knowing that, moving forward to the lady in Troll who asked that night I was flying. She had said, can someone please confirm if you can have those lights on there? Literally. I don't know if you guys remember that night. Now, when I shut the lights off, Alexa, turn off blue lights.
Okay.
And I shut this light off. And I shut that light off. So now we know where the back is. Now we know where the drone will never be flying like that. And then now we know where the front is. And don't forget, there's another light underneath there that turns on, which is another 1,000 looms. So we have, but you can't see it because the drone's not on. So we have about, it's brighter than the one in the back, but so there we have that. Yeah, I know, more money to spend. See, and then voila. So now, Alexa, turn on blue lights.
Okay.
See? And now, so that's the beauty of putting these lights on, the orientation lights, because you want to know which direction your drone's in when you're flying. Because sometimes, what if the camera fails, right? Or whatever. I don't know. Or, so I always make sure everything's charged. And each battery, I'll show you in a second, has its own light on it. Okay, I'll show you. I just need to charge this one since I was out today. I always say that one next time. Kind of like I'm doing the cleanup right now. My shit's ready to go. You know, don't worry about charging anything. Now this one's charged. You know it's charged when it stops blinking. So right now it's blinking. Just need to put that on. And I actually have another night flight video coming up for the Avata too, because I want to experiment and see if it works. I don't know where they are. They're somewhere. I think it's upstairs, but part down here and part upstairs. So, but as I was saying, each battery, it's bright, right? Each battery has its own light on it. So yeah, you have to spend, so that I'm guaranteed each and every flight will have a fresh battery for their light. And then I charge them when I come back. I have 1, 2, 3. I have one Cree Firefly and one Firehouse, 2 Firehouse. Sorry, I had 4 Cree lights. They sent me 5, I think, and I raffled out the rest to you guys. And then I think I have the original one, which isn't so bright, but I kept one for myself, and the rest were raffled off. Which we're raffling off a game next week, because I don't need another game. Knowing that, moving forward. So, hence the lights, and they're part of the part of the regulations and requirements. Knowing that, one, and the rest is but you do. The FAA does require you to know the orientation of your drone if you do fly at night, and the only way to do that is to have those additional lights. So knowing that, moving forward, you're going to have to spend however much you need. The links to those lights are inside my live Friday night flights, so if you need that. But that's good to know about the flying at night, because, whoops, now we have the answer to that question. Let's see, we're here. Da, 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 da. Alright. Yeah, so hopefully that answers your question there. I want to look at it again though too, because that was really cool. See how the Pilot Institute was like very concise. I look for it. You go to the government. That's how the government is. You go to their website. I speak English and I can't even understand a freaking word of it. And I'd like to think my reading comprehension level is high, but not when you go to a government website or an attorney's website. They purposely write it in a freaking language you don't understand so that you can ask questions, and they'll charge you more. Charge you. Oh, but the FAA won't charge you. They just so let's say if you do something wrong, as long as it's not intentional, from what I've heard, they educate, and then if you do it again, you get penalized. So try not to break any rules, but if you do, you'll get a warning, and then unless you fly at the Super Bowl, then you don't get any warning. But yeah, so just try to follow the rules, and if you accidentally break a rule, um, you know, they'll tell you, and don't do it again. But that's from what I've heard, because the Pilot Institute seems to say that a lot on their live streams, live feed, when they do the weekly Q&A. Subscribe to their Q&A, because they'll help you. You know, they'll tell you. But then, of course, the guys that break the rules, you know, all the time, or purposely, like flying a Super Bowl, usually get arrested or get fined thousands of dollars. You know, so don't do that. Like he says, don't be that guy, and just, you know, educate yourself and just fly right, fly responsibly, know the rules. If you don't know the rules, learn the rules. If you don't want to learn the rules, then I don't know, I can't help you there. But yeah, a lot of times it's like, if there's traffic and I'm flying, I'll piece it together in different video, and then stitch it to make it look like it was one flight. Because sometimes there's like an island in between certain spots, and just and waypoints. So if you have the waypoint set, you program it to fly, stop, and then go around the other side, and then fly, stop, and then go around. It takes a lot of work, but you know, sometimes you can't do things the way they want, the way you want. So knowing that, moving forward, and we're still cleaning up. That's good to know. If you receive your Part 107 certificate or completed recurrent training, after you can legally fly at night without a waiver. Bye bye. Yeah, so that's cool. That's good to know. But I took those courses additionally because I wanted to learn. And you can you know, figure out what's right for you. But even if you don't, just take as many courses as you can, because it doesn't end at Part 107. I've got like 3 other certifications on top of that to help. Anyway, that's that. To help with the level of understanding, so that it makes you a better, more responsible pilot. You know, so that you can be confident in knowing that you're following the rules, and you know. All right, I believe that's it. I just have to clean this, wipe that off, and I believe I'm done. Yeah, I just gotta wipe this, and now everything's ready for the next show. This cleanup takes a while, right? Now this thing is clean. Almost. It's got flux on it. Flux everywhere. It's alright. It's alright. You know, sometimes you just gotta do it. Oh, almost clean. I gotta clean over there where the solder spilled. Oh, and Ken, join the Pilot Institute's Facebook group, because they'll answer questions, which is really cool. And just to confirm with them, tell them I want to fly. Tell them I live in New Jersey. Right? When I want to fly my drone at night. They'd be like, "What? Are you sure? Do you live in? Are you really live in New Jersey?" getting so dirty. Now you know what happens behind the scenes when I say, I'll see you all next time. I usually spend the next hour or two cleaning up because, you know, I don't like put it away as soon as I'm done with that segment of the show, you know. We keep moving along. The show must go on, you know. And then after the show, this happens. I gotta clean up the little bits of solder, the little bits of the tape, and then I cut, you know, the little flux that gets stuck everywhere. Not stuck, but drips down on stuff, you know. And now I believe this is good enough. Clean my mouse. Whoops. Yeah, that's fine. Hopefully we didn't lose you guys. Yeah, and that's it. I believe we are ready for the next show. I just need to bring out the stuff. And of course, last but least, the final part of the show. Well, the ending of the show, which is what I do. Before I say goodbye to myself and good night, and go upstairs and go to bed, I tin the tip. And then that's it. But then I have, this is easy, I make sure nothing's in the way. It's plastic, like the keyboard and other stuff. I take the flux. Alright, dip this in. Dip that in. And then I take a piece of solder. It's a small piece. Cut it off, put my little clip thing back, and then put this away since I'm done with that. Leave that there. Put that back. And then wrap this around in case you want to see. Show you. Wrap this around like that. This is a different tip. I ordered the same tip, but apparently it must be a different manufacturer because it's nothing like the one I really, really wanted, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it happens. But it will do for now. And then you take your power. So sometimes this may require more solder. Maybe not. Definitely gonna put a new one of these in. Looks like this one is shot to some extent. Now we wait for it to start melting slowly. And it may start smoking. If it does, hopefully the smoke detector won't go off. Because remember, I put flux on it first, right? So the flux is going to cause the smoke. So it's melting. And as it starts to melt, we pray that it will stick to the tip and tin it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does. Oops, saw that? So that fell off. But it melts. This is a, then you can just put it in there, melt it in. See, on the bigger tips, it melts on it, melts onto it. Smaller ones, sometimes not really. You gotta like, oh, there we go. See? And now, yeah, we got it. Wow, we got lucky on that one. Nice, and now the whole tip is tinned. If you look at it, see that silver at the tip, and that's what you want. And now, and that's the reason why you see it smoking, because I put flux on. I don't worry about the flux. So now it's ready to go. So a lot of times people will see me in the video, and I just grab the soldering iron, and start soldering. Sometimes people will DM me and say, hey, look, here's the file. And sometimes people will DM me and say, hey, you didn't send your tip. And I'd be like, that's because I did it after. Now this is good and ready to go. So now you know my secret. So now that goes here, stays on there, in that little corner there. Sometimes I have this here, so I can see comments on my phone, but sometimes I move it out of the way. Don't burn yourself. Yeah, that's why whenever I solder, I keep everything in its own little place, so I don't accidentally do that. For those of you who asked how many times I burnt myself, a lot, but not as much as I used to. And that's it. One more thing. This one needs a new one, and then I got some solder there. This costs like $3 or $4, and you get a whole bunch in a bag. So when this is shot, right, when it's shot, when it becomes stiff and like filled with solder, we just chuck it. We keep the container, and underneath it looks like there's like some stuff in there, residue of a sort. And then we open it. Hi, we have ASMR. And take this and just put it in there. It fits. It's not the ideal container for it. This one is, but I don't like it because it's not the right size. And then now, see? This one lasted a couple of months, so we're good. The other one's ideal, but it doesn't, it's too small, so it doesn't really do justice. This is a good one. This one's still new, but I don't use it a lot because it moves around. Literally. I don't know, it's more for show. But if I can find another one like that, that'd be great, but that one's expensive. So that's why I don't use it. This is cheap, $3, and it works wonders. $3 and you get a bunch. You get like, you get more than you can imagine. Months worth. I just need one more spot, and that's it. And now we're ready for the next show. Once I get this off. Yep, got it off. And just don't like to ruin my stuff, you know? Just because, you know, I don't like to buy another one. You know? So, like if it's ruined, if it gets damaged from by accident, it's fine. I'll keep, you know, I'm not gonna, if you can take care of it, you know, add some longevity to it, you're fine. And that's it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time, and hopefully we'll be able to help you and continue to help you moving forward with your drone and soldering experience or things that go glitchy in the room of creations.